Hi everyone. Thanks for joining me tonight for the Habits for Happiness live broadcast. Tonight we're going to talk about hydration. So I'll wait for people to join. Here we go. And I'm wearing my Incredible Woman shirt for International Women's Day. Yay! Shout out to all the incredible women out there. So my name's Lady Fuller, and I'm a Habits for Happiness coach, and I work with clients to instill better habits, daily habits, than perhaps they have in their daily routine. I work with, I like to call them high achievers, who are looking to have more calm and yet highly productive lives. So people that are looking to have more fulfillment, less anxiety, and just more peace. So yeah, and the thing is about happiness is that it's different for all of us, right? But it also is made up of these habits, of these little ways that we live our life. And most of us don't know that, how we live each day is actually how we live our life. So each day is just sort of microcosm of our whole life. And so I really encourage people to think of each day as a way that they, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So tonight we're going to talk about hydration. To me, it's probably the core tenet of Habit for Happiness. And we all sort of know we should be drinking water, but we don't really know why, beyond that it's good for our bodies. And most of us don't link it to mental health because it isn't so obvious, right? There are studies actually that hydration, being optimally hydrated, which is just drinking enough water for your body every day, can lead to lower levels of anxiety and also to lower rates of depression. So, 50% of Americans experience mental illness at least once in their lives. And that's an astounding number. And, if we all drank more water, maybe that number would be different. I don't have science to prove that, but I do think it's really interesting that just by, drinking water, which is this free resource for all of us, mostly, that we, can improve sort of our daily happiness set rate. So 74% of our brain is water, and more than 50% of our body is made up of water. So when we're drinking water, we're just giving back to ourselves like what we're already made of, which is an interesting way to think about it. And, most of us don't drink water because we're so busy and we forget like why. And there's these amazing things I'm going to tell you that are just really easy ways to keep drinking water throughout the day, like an easy sort of life hack. I like to think about like if you have animals of any sorts, like I have cats and I have dogs, and I'm always super conscientious if they have water in their bowls. And I always make sure if I walk past them during the day that they do. I really wouldn't go without my dogs or my cats having water. And so I'm not sure why I would go for myself without giving myself water, right? So there's studies that show that if we drink enough water, we actually, have higher energy levels, we sleep better, we, think better, we're clearer, we're less irritable. And given all these things, the list goes on, why we wouldn't drink enough water. So now you're thinking, okay, well, I get it. There's a link between sort of my overall well-being and my water intake, but how much water am I supposed to be drinking? So the answer is it's just different for everyone, right? So, a sort of short hack would be take your body weight and divide it in half and then convert that to ounces. So for me, I weigh about 130 pounds. So that's half that is roughly, my math is terrible, but 65 ounces, give or take. And right, so then, so 65 ounces and, 65 pounds to 65 ounces. So 65 ounces of water a day. And you've heard that likely that you should be drinking 8 to 10 glasses of water a day. So that is about right. But again, it's different for everyone. If you live at altitude, if you're, you're going for it with exercise and super active all day, you want to drink more water. Well, you're thinking, okay, so now I know that about how much water I should be drinking, my body weight halved in ounces. And how in the world am I going to drink that much water every day? That seems like an incredibly large amount of water. So if you can think about, like for me, I should be drinking like 2 large Fijis a day around. I don't encourage you to be drinking out of plastic bottles, but if that's all you have and that's a measurement system for you, then go for it. you know, we actually wake up the most dehydrated that we're ever going to be throughout the day. Your body does a lot of detoxing when it sleeps, and when you wake up, it's good habit to get into to drink a glass of water right before you have your morning drink. So before you have your coffee, before you have your tea, whatever it is you drink in the morning, your smoothie. And we're talking water. When I say hydration levels, we're talking natural water. I'm not talking about bubble water. I'm not talking about soups. I'm not talking about tea or soda or anything else. Like when we talk about enough optimal water a day, it's just straight up water. And if you don't love straight up water, I encourage you to add maybe a little bit of salt and lemon to your water, or another flavor that helps remind you to drink that water. So, okay, so now you know why, and now you know how much. Now how do I drink that much water a day? So I'm going to encourage you to think about water as sort of like this amazing superpower that you carry around with you all day. So many of you may have a water bottle that sits on your desk. I use this water bottle from Made For that has counts so that I can count. I've only drank 3 of these a day. I should have 6 for me, and it's glass bottle, which I like. You can also put a pitcher on your desk and put in it how many ounces of water you'd like to drink that day, and then keep refilling your water bottle with that water until the pitcher's empty, right, that day. Or you could get a water bottle that actually has the markers. You know, I've seen some that are really large and say like, you know, this is the morning and this is the middle of the day, et cetera, et cetera. However you can get your water in is great. So another thing would be you should be having about 2 to 3 glasses of water between every meal. And if you're drinking alcoholic beverages or things that do dehydrate you, like you're pounding coffee all day, do try to think about drinking water between each of those dehydrating drinks. And those water glasses actually don't count towards your total water intake that you're optimal at. So just remember, you know, even being 1% dehydrated can lead to all sorts of problems: lack of focus, brain fog, anxiety, all of these things that we struggle with and try to come up with big, you know, solutions to. And really, you know, we can just be drinking some water and be optimally hydrated and functioning better as humans. And I do believe that water is a habit for happiness. And again, like I will use it with all my clients as the place we start. So leave a yes in the comments below if you want to know about my coaching program, and also throw me about how much water you drink in the comments. Thanks so much, you guys. Lady Fuller here. Happy International Women's Day. Bye, everyone.